Hey everybody, welcome to Duality 9X. I'm your host Shiraz. I gotta tell you guys, I've been doing a lot of filming. I also have another channel called Duality 7X where I talk about some exciting, stuff related to the world of sports entertainment, primarily mixed martial arts, UFC, boxing, the WWE. So if you guys are into that sort of stuff, then head on over after this video and make sure you watch this video first and smash the like and subscribe, and then head on over to Duality 7X and do the same thing because there's a lot of amazing content on that channel as well. So you guys know I've been talking a lot about Superman, and I've been diving into some jaw-dropping numbers, guys, and you know I'm all about the numbers. Look, James Gunn Superman legacy, like, honestly, just muscled past Batman versus Superman at the domestic box office. But, and this is a big but, the actual audience watching it, oh, yeah, was a lot smaller, apparently, than Zack Snyder's crowd. Like, WTF, right? So let's unpack what that actually means for DC, for fans, and what's next. So stay with me, guys. So look, let's get into it. Here's the setup. You got Superman Legacy ranked in about 300 and, let's say, 30 to 340 million US domestically, right? Which edges Batman versus Superman, which brought in about 330 million. So that sounds like a win, right? Right? Or no? Because when we actually crunch ticket sales, not dollars, the story changes. Now look, the Man of Steel in 2013 sold roughly 112 to 122 million tickets worldwide. And so adjusting due to inflation, while Superman's Legacy sold only 64 to 67 million. Now that's interesting, guys. Now, are the ticket prices higher than what they were in 2013? I mean, they're almost, to me, it seems like around the same. Or I mean, I don't know. Now you got D-Box, you got all kinds of different, IMAX and, 3D and who knows. I mean, but that does change things a little bit. But when you look at apples to apples, that's about 40 to 48% fewer viewers than Man of Steel and 55 to 60% fewer than Batman versus Superman. So, what the heck happened, guys? Did the audience shrink? I mean, did the audience shrink as box office numbers started to climb? I mean, what exactly is going on? So here's a claim straight up, guys. Okay, Superman Legacy earned more in dollars than some of Snyder's films, but lost a crap ton of actual viewers. So that disconnect between money and eyeballs is pretty crazy, right? Pretty much. I mean, basically, fans are spending a lot more, maybe for premium formats that I kind of alluded to, but fewer people are showing up. Now, movie-going might still be profitable, but the fan base, I think, is shrinking. And that's a big red flag, guys. I was talking to some folks about Superman, Fantastic Four. I watched Superman now like 4 times, and I watched Fantastic Four 4 times. And people are like, oh, I go, did you watch Fantastic Four? They're like, no. Did you watch Superman? Yeah. How many times? Once. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. But why aren't you watching Fantastic Four? Oh, I'll just wait till, it comes out, or I could stream it, or spend too much money on Superman. These days, just going to the theaters, guys, is a big deal, right? I mean, depending on the format that you're watching your film in, that's become costlier now. So ticket prices have kind of gone up. Not significantly, but they have obviously gone up. And that doesn't factor in the kind of premium, or the kind of format style that you want to watch. If you want to watch it on D-Box, 3D, you want to watch it on IMAX, then, obviously the numbers go, their ticket prices go up from there. And then on top of that, the concessions, right? You want popcorn, you want drinks, you want snacks. All that adds up. It's a lot of money. And so that sometimes can get a little bit scary and worrisome for a lot of people, and a lot of people aren't really used to that. And especially with everything that's happening geopolitically, with the economy especially, right here in our home turf. I mean, people are really starting to become penny conscious and starting to like really think about where how best our dollars are spent. And so that could also be some of the factors that we're kind of looking at right now and could help explain why we're seeing this. When actually it's interesting because every time I watch Superman, the theater wasn't full. The first couple times I watched it, there was like hardly anyone there. It was just me and maybe like honestly like a handful of people. Even when I booked the tickets, I had like pretty much access to any seat that I wanted because nobody was buying them. So I don't know what's going on, guys, but I mean, yeah, there's definitely some red flags here and something that we can potentially explore in some upcoming, perhaps, videos. That said, I gotta be real. This honestly smells like superhero fatigue, and that's exactly, I think, what's going on. I think I alluded to that plenty, and I think James Gunn thinks the problem isn't overkill, it's just bad movies. The thing is, Legacy doesn't feel bad. It's upbeat, quirky, comic booky, some say somewhat overstuffed, but it isn't like, I mean, it isn't like grittier, I guess, like Snyder's, but I mean, a tonal shift could have alienated longtime fans, and that's probably what might have happened, right? And then there's the fan backlash, right? The restore the Snyderverse campaigns, threats of review bombing, seed blocking, all because, of the whole reboot that happened with Henry Cavill, who everyone knew and grown accustomed to as being our new Superman, being replaced by David Corenswet. And so that's really interesting. Ben Affleck, yeah, and then you got Ben Affleck in the fray. And guys, you guys probably know what I'm alluding to, but yeah, Ben Affleck being replaced as well. I don't want to give it away right now, but in that Snyder vibe, obviously something new, right? So I mean, you can't understand rabid fandoms. A lot of people love James Gunn. I love James Gunn. I think he's great. I think he's fantastic. I think he did an incredible job when it came to Superman, and and I'm actually excited to see if there's going to be a potential crossover that I've also alluded to in my previous videos about the DC Universe and the Marvel Cinematic Universe coming together, maybe potentially sometime in the next couple of years, bringing all our favorite superheroes from both sides together, maybe in a series of films. I think that's going to be absolutely incredible, and it's I mean it's incredible for them. It's going to be a win-win. We're going to be able to see some exciting theatrical releases, and it's going to be a win-win for them as well because they're going to be lining up their deep pockets with more and more cash that we're going to just throw at them because we want to watch that. I personally do. So look, Legacy, yeah, I mean, looks great, but at times it feels too cartoonish, emotionally shallow, jam-packed with lots of characters and jokes with no breathing room. So even a happy Superman isn't enough to hook new watchers or satisfy Snyder diehards, right? So anyhow, where does that leave us and DC? I mean, the audience numbers keep tanking. Warner Brothers is in trouble. This reboot had a $225 million budget, and it's like, I mean, guys, it was aimed at reviving the brand and Hollywood's faith in superhero movies, but it fell short on actual viewers. So like, I mean, what the F? Like, what happened? That strategy might and look like it may have backfired, right? So what if James Gunn leans harder into the newer, lighter tone, right? Could he win over the comic style fans but risk deeper backlash? I mean, what if they retreat, dial back, the fluff and all the stuff that comes along with it? That in itself could be a legacy crisis. Or what if they merge Snyder and Gunn voices, comic meets gravitas, so to speak, sort of a middle ground, right? Could that work? Potentially. But how do fans think about it? So I want to know, what do you guys think? Is this tonal overhype, like overhaul, bold, sorry, and necessary? Or did it cost DC its core audience? Drop your take, guys, in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys, but I'm not signing off yet because look, here's my quick take. Superman's legacy might have made more bank, right? Ka-ching, ka-ching. But losing half of the Snyder era audience is definitely a warning sign. No, not all that glitters is gold, guys. Viewer enthusiasm matters more than revenue. So, what we have to look at all the factors at play here. There's a big possibility that it's not just angry fans not coming out to watch the new version of Superman, led by a new leader, a new director, and a reboot in terms of the characters, or at least the actors that play those characters. This could have honestly really just come down to dollars and cents, and maybe people are just really feeling the pinch financially, and a lot of superhero fatigue. I don't know. I mean, personally, Superman was fantastic, and so was Fantastic Four. Both incredible films, but both had incredible budgets as well too. So there's a break even point here, and even the Fantastic Four is struggling as well too, guys. So what's your take? Does a reboot need a fresh start? A franchise stumbler? Hit me with your thoughts below, guys. And look, you know the drill. Hit that like button, subscribe, join us here on Duality 9X for more breakdown on the world of entertainment, the latest up and coming movies that are coming out. And let's stay in let's stay in the theater and see what happens, guys. I look forward to your comments. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Take care.